This episode of the PopCrunch Show is sponsored by Ride Lust, where cars aren't just fast, they're sexy. RideLust.com. Hi, I'm Sarah East, and you're watching another edition of the PopCrunch Show. Natalie Holloway's body was thrown overboard by Joran Sloot after she convulsed in his arms and died. Later, he called his friends who recommended that he dispose of the body instead of calling police. Well, that is one less blonde girl in distress news story that we have to follow. Finally, we can move on to real news, like Britney Spears. Great. Can't a baby fall in a well again or something? Blah, 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 Britney Spears, blah, 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 psychiatric center, blah, 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 moving on. According to the National Enquirer, Britney Spears is addicted to crystal meth. Well, she is acting very erratically and has horrible acne, but wait a second, when you're on meth, aren't you usually thin? There's a bidding war for pictures of Christina Aguilera and Nicole Richie's kids. Rumors have the prices at $1 million and $1.5 million. When asked what they plan to do with the money, a close source to both women said that Christina plans to buy her husband a chin, and Nicole plans to use the money to buy her husband a career. ABC's hit television show Lost recently returned to the air. Let's check in on some of our favorite castaways. Still fat, still dead, still an ugly kid, still scruffy. Can anyone solve the mystery of how Sawyer always has a perfectly maintained amount of scruff? At what point does it turn into a full-blown beard? I mean, does he sit around all day and work on his scruff when he isn't killing people or brooding? These are the questions that I need answered. Screw how they get off the island. Eva Mendes has checked into rehab. The actress was reportedly addicted to starring in shitty movies. I know, right? New Line Cinema has announced that they're going to relaunch the film series A Nightmare on Elm Street. No word yet on who's going to be cast in the role of Freddy Krueger. Our money is on Renee Zellweger. Have you seen her without makeup? Yow. And finally, I always wondered what would happen if Margaret Cho and Lil Kim bred. Now I know. Holy shit, this girl used to screw Biggie and now she is Biggie. My God, what happened to the days of you exposing your tit in public on an awards show and being fondled by Donna Ross? And that was another edition of the PopCrunch Show. Be sure to check out PopCrunch.com for all the best in celebrity gossip, news, and videos. I'm not going to screw up once.
You're not?
Because this new atmosphere is so conducive to perfection.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, especially the rat poison in the corner. And Nicole plans to use the money to buy her husband a career. Oh. Repulse the bad monkey and see. When you're a guy and you have a kid, doesn't mean that there really isn't actually a joke to this. I was just kind of wondering things out loud. The only fair I mean, at what point does it turn into a full-blown beard? Does he sit around all day and work on his scruff when he isn't killing people or brooding? It's a word that I know. It's in my vocabulary and it's pronounced brooding. Moving on. These are questions I need answered.